Hi, thanks for checking out my video. Today I'm going to talk about living in Tijuana, renting in Tijuana, and the overall experience. So basically, just like maybe you're probably thinking about moving to Tijuana. I moved to Tijuana after answering an ad like this one on Craigslist in San Diego. Save money, live in Tijuana. This ad eventually led to me living in Tijuana for about 5 years. And I got a lot to say about it. The big deal here is, people are looking to save money, so they move south of the border and go to Tijuana and then cross every day to commute back and forth to go to work. A special kind of person I think does this. Tijuana is a very acquired taste. There's a lot here that maybe you don't think about, or some things that maybe you're not sure of. I would say in general, Tijuana mostly was okay. Um, it's really kind of situational. I'm, obviously a white dude, so my experience might be a little bit different from yours. I moved to Tijuana, not really for I'm more lived in San Diego for the surfing, so I was looking at San Diego. So basically, Tijuana was a solution. Uh, a lot of people are taking and living in Tijuana and commuting over the border and whatnot, walking and driving, and daily. This could be something that you need to think about because in the end, I mean, it really was the reason why maybe I left Tijuana in general. The line was very frustrating, and actually, I got a little anxiety about crossing regularly because I'd always be trying, maybe I wait another hour and the line will go down or whatnot. Tijuana has a lot of great deals as you're probably looking on Craigslist. Many of the situations that exist on there, really range in price. I would say the initial, first mistake people make when moving to Tijuana is basically paying too much and not looking around, getting to know the landlord, getting to know the people, and getting to know the area where you're thinking of living. Even though that I would say Tijuana mostly, or I wouldn't say Tijuana mostly, maybe Playas and the beach communities are safer and whatnot because they have more of the blue collar Mexican community. It's very tricky street to street and place to place. Like where I lived, I considered it to be very safe, but ended up getting my car stolen just a couple blocks away. Actually, what's interesting is this picture right here is of the corner and where I ended up getting my car stolen right here. But in general, I would say this front beach area, would be could be pretty dicey because a lot of homeless people live down here by the beach. So an interesting picture here to look at. But the thing that I'd really like to talk about is, people look at Tijuana as, an option for living. There's a lot of things here that maybe, you're not seeing. You know, it is a bit of illusion in terms of, the overall Tijuana experience. It's got great food. There's zero doubt about that. It actually has, this from a couple, I ran a couple apartments in Tijuana over the years. And some of them were close to the beach. Other ones were, a block or two back, like this one here. And equally nice. There's no problem there. But knowing the landlord and stuff really enhanced the experience. Not only that, I mean, this was more of a blue collar, apartment, very inexpensive, under $200, with internet and the electric, costs. So I mean that what I was able to get with the help of another Mexican, not really necessarily help, but we kind of like, oh, we'll rent an apartment and you stay in one room and I'll stay in the other. So, you know, I really enjoyed Mexico. Again, as you can kind of see, the lifestyle for me, I am a surfer, so I lived on the beach area. And that was kind of my lifestyle, so I didn't really consider it much different, and I didn't really approach it from the standpoint of commuting. um I will say that if I was commuting, which I have crossed the border several, I don't know about several hundred, but at least 100. um and basically, walking is definitely the ideal situation. And you know what works best is if, say, you work off times or you're very flexible showing up. And what Tijuana really amounts to is how you value your time. I mean, for the savings, with apartments and stuff, how I was talking about the mistakes people make, but overpaying. You move down there, maybe you're paying a lot of money for rent. In the United States, maybe even like 1,500 or something like that. You come down there and see, oh, 500 or 600. You're like, oh my God, that's so cheap. I live on the beach. It's beautiful. Um, a lot of times that would be overpaying. Like this apartment was 200, like I was saying, maybe this apartment was 425. And, it's just a mistake that I feel a lot of people make, because, they're all like, oh, it's so cheap, how can I go wrong? So that being said, you really got to evaluate your time, how many times and I'm past, crossing the border. Another good rule of thumb would be, I really arrived at the figure that the time crossing, and I'm talking about going over to San Diego and coming back. I feel like, the commute time was very close to that time. Allotment was very close to 3 hours. Say that time in line was maybe, let's say an hour and 15 minutes. So you had to wait 10 minutes for a trolley. So you had to wait 20 minutes to get your destination, or even an hour to get to downtown San Diego. So you're now at 2 hours and a half. So your time could really get away from you, and that the time is significant when crossing the line. So that being said, I really hope this video helped you. If you are looking for, to rent in Tijuana, I suggest really taking it easy. Even the nicest communities have quite a bit of issues in return, thefts and, robberies and all these different things. Asking around, getting to know people can definitely bring us out and help you make a better decision. If you have any questions, comment in the video, and like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much.